Thanks for checking out GF Explorers. Today, we're going to talk about the Oklahoma fried onion burger. Born out of necessity during the Great Depression in El Reno, Oklahoma, what restaurateurs did was use a ton of onions to supplement their beef supply, to essentially make their beef supply last a lot longer. And today, there's still 3 restaurants in Oklahoma where you can get the original Oklahoma fried onion burger: Sid's, Johnny's, and Robert's. And they all compete for business, and they all still make one of the greatest burgers ever. And today, this is my favorite way to do a burger. And what's really great about this burger is it's really pretty simplistic. All it is beef, bun, onion, mustard, pickles, and cheese. But today, I'm gonna make you a classic Oklahoma fried onion burger, but then I'm gonna put a twist on it. And I'm gonna call this the Colorado fried onion burger, because I'm gonna add Pueblo chilies to it. So we're gonna use the Blackstone Grill. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is get our onions sliced up. Now, to get these grilled to perfection, we want them paper thin. So I've pulled out our mandolin, and we're gonna slice these on the absolute thinnest setting of the mandolin. I've got my guard. Always use the guard with a mandolin. You don't want pieces of your finger in your onion burgers. And then we're just gonna slice 1/2. And then let's get the other half sliced up here. And here we go. You can see that these onions are paper thin, which is exactly what we want. The meat's gonna grill very, very fast, and we want our onions to cook just as fast. And now a quick word about the buns. So because we're a gluten-free channel, we're gonna be using a gluten-free bun. And a bit of a teaser here, we're in the process of working on our bread and bun flour blend. And these are some test buns that we're working with. We're not 100% done with this recipe yet. They will be available soon. If you're looking to do a gluten version, I'd highly recommend the Martin's potato rolls. It is the best, softest bun to use. Finally, before we get cooking, this is an 80-20 ground beef. We want that nice fat content so it can render and help us cook our onions. So let's pull the Blackstone out and let's get grilling. Okay, so we're set up and ready to cook our burgers. The Blackstone griddle. If you don't have one, think about getting one. This is the 22-inch version. We've had it for a couple of weeks now, and we've been loving it. We've cooked pancakes on it. You can watch the pancake video on our website, gfexplorer.com. And the more you use it, the better it gets. It's just been a wonderful tool. You're gonna preheat it, get the thing smoking hot, and we're gonna get our burger patties on here. Again, we're using River Bear American Meats, 80-20 ground beef. These are unsalted, unpeppered. We're gonna go ahead and get them on the grill. You can hear our grill's hot, you can hear them sizzling. In terms of spatula, you're gonna wanna get the stiffest spatula that you can, because we are gonna smash these burgers. I also like to include my little handheld burger smasher here. So we got our patties down. One of the things I'm gonna do is just give them a light press so we get great connection to the grill. So about like that. Then we're gonna wanna get our pile of onions on there. And don't be shy with these onions. Get a good amount of onions on each patty. So again, we got 4 patties on here. We're gonna do 2 patties per burger. These are about 2¼ ounces per patty, so each burger is gonna be about 1/3 pound. And let's get some more onions on this guy over here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna salt and pepper. We're essentially salt and peppering the onions to give them some flavor. Now what's going on here is the steam coming up from the burgers is beginning to steam the onions. On our flip, they're gonna start to caramelize, and they're just gonna be wonderfully delicious. Okay, we got our salt and pepper on those onions. Now let's smash. So we're gonna get down there, press it down as good as you can. Again, I'm not really worried if they're not perfectly round. This one kind of broke up a little bit. We'll just kind of get it in there and push it back together. And I'm gonna use my handheld smasher here. All right, and these guys are gonna cook pretty fast. That looks about right. And we're gonna let these guys go. I'll turn my heat up just a little bit here. Now, why these guys are going, there's 2 different ways I'm gonna try the buns. One, the traditional way, the way they do it at the restaurants in Oklahoma is they steam the buns. On the flip, they put the crown and the heel of the bun on top of the patty to let that onion and meat juice kind of steam up. The other bun, I'm gonna butter and we're gonna grill. So I am gonna get just a little bit of butter on each side here. And we're gonna get this on the grill. You can see we've got kind of some of the juices are starting to come up. You can see the onions are starting to get translucent, so the steam is indeed cooking the onions. We're gonna let these go until kind of the caramelization starts coming up around the beef. So we're gonna let these cook just a little bit longer. One thing I forgot to mention, one of the things I'm gonna get cooking up here in the corner are my hatch chilies for the Pueblo fried onion burger is what I'm gonna call it. So we're just gonna put these in the corner and kind of let these get a little bit of color on them. And we're gonna let these burgers go for just a little bit longer before we decide to flip. You can see here in the holes, when we smash the burger patty, you tend to get some holes in the beef. The steam is starting to come up from there. These burgers are looking great. Let's get the hatch chili off of our spatula. And these are almost ready to flip. Now the reason we want a big, really stiff spatula is because those burgers are really connected to that grill, and we're gonna have to do a little scraping to get those up from the grill. Okay, it looks like we're ready to flip, so let's get under here and get these flipped over. You can see they're sticking a little bit, but not too bad. And look at that, guys. Look at that nice caramelized crust. And now see, and this one doesn't have quite as much. So the front, we're still kind of learning the hot zones on this grill. And you can see that the very front of my grill here isn't quite as hot as the center and the back, obviously. So I'll keep that in mind for next time we make burgers. That one is beautifully charred up. And we're gonna get that one flipped as well. I'm gonna turn over my Pueblo chilies, which are getting a lovely color on them. And then I'm also gonna check my buns are just starting to brown up now. As I mentioned, we turned this side of the griddle on low to kind of speed that process along. Now, since we flipped our burgers, we're ready for our cheese. The classic Oklahoma fried onion burger has American cheese on it. So we're gonna put this one with the American cheese. And since this one's gonna be the classic version, we're gonna go ahead and get the crown of our bun. The bottom is always known as the heel, the top's known as the crown. And then we're gonna get the heel right there. We're gonna kind of let the meat juices and the onion juices kind of steam that bun. And then this bun's gonna get a grill, which is gonna be for these patties over here. This is gonna be the one that's gonna get the Pueblo chilies, and I'm gonna use a little bit different cheese. I'm actually using a sliced goat cheese. I feel that with the addition of the hatch chilies, the goat cheese just kind of really brings a different, deeper flavor, a more earthy flavor than the American cheese. So again, we're gonna have the classic, and then we're gonna have the Pueblo fried onion burger. I'm gonna keep saying that name because it's gonna stick. Okay, a quick word here about the gluten-free buns. One of the reasons I wanted to do this experiment today with these buns is I wanted to try the two different styles, steaming the bun and grilling the bun. If you guys are familiar with gluten-free buns, neither application works with a lot of the gluten-free buns out there. They're either too dry and soft and brittle, or the flours just can't handle steaming and the bun just falls apart. So we're gonna steam this one to see how it turns out, and let's take a look at this one. And that's exactly what we're looking for, guys, a nice hard char on that bun. And let's take a look at our bottom bun. I'm actually gonna leave this one on just a little bit longer. And you can see here our chilies have a nice color on them. Our onions, you can see the edges are nice and brown and crispy and caramelized. And then, of course, you have the ones under the patty. So these are going to be delicious. And our bun is really starting to soften up nice. We're going to start with our steamed bun. And we're getting the bottom patty with the cheese on there. And we're going to get our top bun and top patty on there. We've got that one. And then we're ready to build our other burger. There we go. We got a nice, that's hot, nice char on our bottom bun. Let's get our cheese and our patty on here. We're gonna get our top burger almost fell off. And our onions. And I'm all about the onions, so I'm not gonna let any of these beautifully charred onions sit here. We're gonna get these on the top as well. We're gonna go in with our Pueblo chilies. And let's grab our top bun. And we're gonna dress and eat some burgers. And there you have it, guys. Oklahoma fried onion burgers done 2 different ways. First, the classic burger, bun, cheese, and onions. And then my version, burger, bun, cheese, and onions, but with Pueblo chilies, grilled Pueblo chilies on it. They were served originally just like this, but I like to add a little bit of mustard. And again, I'm really loving the texture of this steamed bun. I feel like it's holding up really well. And we're going to do 4 pickles. That's what I like to think of as the classic burger right there with the mustard and the pickles on it. The Hatch chili burger, I'm going to go ahead and leave just like it is. So let's go ahead and give this burger a try. Oh, the onions are hot. Just an absolute classic. Simple, done, good meat, done very well. The very thin, super caramelized crispy patties, just delicious. The caramelized onions, soft from the steaming of the meat, and then that nice crispy caramelization. And I think the mustard and the pickles just finishes it off completely. Now let's go in. I'm not going to top with mustard and pickles my Hatch chili burger. I'm just going to go right in and try it. The goat cheese that we put on there, different than the American cheese, just gives it a completely different flavor. And again, the chilies, grilled, they give a nice spiciness to the burger without having heat for the sake of having heat. Just delicious as well. Again, this is why this is probably my favorite way to eat a burger. And let's talk about the different buns for a little bit. On the classic, I did the steamed version. You can see for a gluten-free bun, this is holding together really well. I really love the softness of this of the bun with the burger combination. Again, if you're doing the gluten-full version, Martin's potato buns, trust me, it's the best bun in the world. And I'm going to just go in and have another bite of this. It's so good. Really fantastic classic burger. Sometimes simpler really is better. And then over on this one, if you remember, we got a nice hard char on it. Provides a nice crispiness. Again, you can see the bun handled the heat really, really well. It didn't fall apart. Nice and chewy on the outside. Got a nice crust on it. Still soft and fluffy on the inside. Well, there you have it, guys. The Oklahoma onion burger. Traditional and simple, sometimes is better. Go make one yourself. Tell me in the comments how yours came out, and we'll see you guys next time.